Regional leaders, think tanks and finance policy makers today convened at the KICC for the 59th edition of the Africa Development Bank Group annual meeting themed Africa's Transformation, the African Development Bank and the Reform of the Global Financial Architecture. The meeting deliberated on ways the continent will transform for the better, energy transition across value chains and human capital development in harnessing demographic dividends dominated day one of the meeting.
Is that a global financial architecture, in particular in terms of climate finance, it's not addressing Africa's issues. Because to actually deal with Africa's own climate issues, Africa receives today $30 billion in terms of climate finance for itself. But Africa does need $277 billion a year to tackle that climate change. So you can see the big gap, and you here in Kenya, you've seen all the challenges. So the global financial architecture, as far as it has to do with global climate finance, is under-delivering for Africa. And that is why for us at the African Development Bank, I'm not just going to hold that and say, well, we're going to keep on complaining. I'm not somebody who complains. I look for solutions the best I can. And what we decided to do is basically two things. First is that we, as a bank today, we have committed to reach $25 billion in climate finance for Africa by 2025 as a bank. And that means 40% of our own financing will go to climate finance. That's the benchmark we set. But we've already exceeded that. Probably about 47% of our financing today going to climate finance. And most of that is going to climate adaptation.
And on agribusiness, coffee farmers have decried the manner in which direct settlement system